So one of the features for Xbox Series X that I've constantly praised is what they call Smart Delivery, which basically allows you to purchase a game once and play both the current gen version as well as the upgraded next gen version. You don't have to buy 2 copies of the game to experience that upgrade in graphical fidelity when you do eventually decide to upgrade to the next gen Xbox after you have stuck with the current gen version for however many years. And this is a move that is being touted as very consumer-friendly on the part of many gamers and enthusiasts. They have promised right here that first-party Xbox titles will all support Smart Delivery, and Microsoft has previously talked about how for the first 2 years of Xbox Series X, they want all first-party games to be cross-gen so that Xbox One doesn't go out of date and become useless so quickly, so that there is a smoother transition between generations. And Smart Delivery is a feature that third parties can also take advantage of, and it is optional, so it is up to the developers to decide whether they want to do this or not, but we've already seen plenty of developers get on board. So Cyberpunk 2077 right here was pretty much the first third-party game that was announced to support Smart Delivery, which is a classic consumer-friendly CD Projekt Red move. And then more recently we got confirmation that Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ubisoft's latest flagship title, will support Smart Delivery as well. And if you checked out the first look Xbox Series X gameplay presentation, the Inside Xbox event they recently hosted, you will have noticed that plenty of trailers featured in this presentation had this Smart Delivery label. Most of the games that were presented in this compilation of trailers will support Smart Delivery, so great news all around. So now the question becomes, what about some of these other companies, some of these major publishers, like, say, I don't know, Electronic Arts? Well, initially it was assumed that EA would actually be supporting Smart Delivery, that they would actually participate in this and allow people to very flexibly transition from current gen to next gen. Here's information conveyed by this Games Radar article, whose headline reads, EA's upcoming games will let you upgrade them to run on next generation consoles for free. This was something that COO Blake Jorgensen said in a shareholders meeting. The exact statement he provided on that front was quoted as follows: "This year, the phasing includes the effect of revenue recognition from the games we are launching for the current generation of consoles that can also be upgraded free for the next generation." Now, it was highlighted by Games Radar that it's unclear if Jorgensen is referring to either backwards compatibility, something both the PS5 and Xbox Series X possess, Microsoft's new Smart Delivery feature, or its own in-house program that might allow owners of an EA title to apply for a next-gen copy of their product. They never directly mentioned Smart Delivery, which is strange given that the feature has already been officially announced. Now, as far as PlayStation goes, we know they did something called cross-buy between PS3 and PS4, and also between PS4 and PS Vita, but this was definitely a much more limited scope as far as cross-generation purchases are concerned. Smart Delivery is really pushing this consumer-friendly business model of purchasing a game once to get both current gen and next gen versions of that title really hard and on a scale that hasn't been done before, and EA not mentioning Smart Delivery raised some questions about whether there's a caveat to this. Further questions were raised when Xbox hosted the Inside Xbox event, where they did show off Madden NFL 21. This is the only bit of gameplay footage we saw right here, but nowhere in the trailer does it say that this game will be readily supporting Smart Delivery, unlike many of the other trailers shown throughout this Xbox Series X first look gameplay event. But at the same time, it is emphasized that Madden NFL 21 will allow a free next-gen upgrade, so here's what that clip looks like.
But here's the best news. When you buy Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One, you get it free on Xbox Series X.
So you get the idea. He straight up said you get a free next-gen upgrade, and given that this is an Xbox event, people just assumed, okay, they probably are referring to Smart Delivery. But alas, this is EA we're talking about. Of course, there's a caveat. Of course, they'll find a way to kind of go against the flow when it comes to consumer-friendly business practices. So it was noticed by the following Twitter user, Wario64, that according to EA's official page, there are limitations to Madden NFL 21's next-gen upgrade program. Reach right here. Correction, seems that Madden NFL 21 is not actually supporting smart delivery, but an offer with some restrictions. And those restrictions can be read right here on the official EA website. If we scroll down, there's a press release on Madden NFL 21, and there are details about the next-gen upgrade program right here, which reads, EA Sports and Microsoft also announced a program for players who purchase Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One to upgrade to Xbox Series X at no additional cost, ensuring that players will not have to purchase Madden NFL twice. To receive the offer, players must purchase Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One by December 31st, 2020, and upgrade to Xbox Series X by March 31st, 2021. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is just flat out a shittier version of what Xbox is offering with Smart Delivery. Smart Delivery has no limitations when it comes to when you have to purchase a game by and by when you have to upgrade the game, whereas with EA's sort of proprietary program, you will have just a couple months after Madden NFL 21's launch, and then after you do that, if you don't get an Xbox Series X by March 31st, 2021, and don't upgrade to that version of the game, then you're out of luck. You will have to purchase the game twice. And this is really crappy because availability for next-gen consoles, that's sort of up in the air, and a lot of people like to wait until they upgrade to next-gen, so they might want to purchase Madden NFL 21, play it on current-gen consoles, and wait until maybe even beyond March 31st, 2021 before they, shell out the money to upgrade to Xbox Series X. But with this right here, there is no option for people who do stick to Xbox One and purchase that version of Madden NFL 21 to upgrade to the next-gen version, unless they basically hurry up and get both the game and the next-gen console. Unless they sort of take on this limited time offer, they'll be out of luck. This is a stark contrast to some of these other titles that have been announced to support smart delivery. Here's an article from The Verge that lists out some of these games, which include Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Call of the Sea, Chorus, Cyberpunk 2077, Dirt 5, Scarlet Nexus, Second Extinction, The Ascent, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. All of these titles, just if you get the Xbox One version, no matter which version of the game you get, no matter which console you purchase it for, you get all versions. That's how this program works. And EA sort of took that and spinned it in their own way and tarnished it with this sort of much crappier, much more limited, much more pressuring program. It all sort of goes against the spirit of the smart delivery program, which CD Projekt Red summarized best here: gamers should never be forced to purchase the same game twice or pay for upgrades. That's the whole point. But EA will force you to pay if you don't get their game by this day, and if you don't upgrade by this day. They've turned it into this skeevy business tactic rather than it being about just making customers' lives easier, ensuring they don't have to spend money on the same game twice. The reaction to this has basically been, of course they would do this. This is EA. Classic EA. And we're seeing headlines like this: EA is already making next-gen upgrades confusing. EA isn't looking to make customers' lives more convenient. They're not aiming for consumer friendliness. They're aiming for ways to monetize. And by making this offer and by using the buzz surrounding smart delivery to announce their own thing that may attract attention before putting this limitation in fine print on some website, EA is hoping to use their own take on smart delivery as a short-term business strategy, as a short-term way to pressure people into buying their game by a certain date. This is pretty scummy, especially when you consider that EA has plenty of revenue sources, whether we're talking about the sales of games at a full $60 and beyond, depending on which edition you get, or the microtransactions, or the pay-to-win loot boxes, the season passes, the battle passes. They can very much afford to not charge people twice for the same game, but they're aiming to do so anyway by giving people a very short window to have that free upgrade. This right here is actually misleading. Players can upgrade Madden NFL 21 from Xbox One to Xbox Series X at no additional cost for a limited time should be highlighted here. But the fact that we only know about this just because it's in fine print on the press release is pretty scummy as far as transparency is concerned. And no mention of this offer being limited is made in the Madden NFL 21 trailer. All this guy says right here is that you'll be able to upgrade at no additional cost, but does not tout that you have to get the game by a certain date and get a Series X and upgrade to the Series X version by a certain time frame. So you can see right here.
But here's the best news. When you buy Madden NFL 21 on Xbox One, you get it free on Xbox Series X. I'm looking forward to it.
That's it. That's all he says about that offer, and does not talk about the caveats involved. And this is especially a bad look when you consider how many other companies are jumping on board with this smart delivery program. Ubisoft, for all their flaws, they are participating in smart delivery and allowing Assassin's Creed Valhalla purchasers to buy the game once and play it on Xbox One or Xbox Series X with no deadlines, no caveats, no limitations, and I expect plenty of other companies will jump on board. Xbox has kind of set the stage here for this to be the new normal. I get the sense that PS5 will have to follow suit with, cross-buy 2.0 or whatever they're going to call it. And plenty of companies will now feel pressured to go this consumer-friendly route now that this is becoming the new accepted norm, what people are expecting out of all the developers and publishers. But of course, EA would be among the few AAA companies that can actually afford to participate in smart delivery who'd find a way to tarnish all of this with their own shitty, twisted version of that program with their own crappy proprietary edition. Now, I know some people might defend this by saying, well, it's better than nothing, but no. I'm not going to give EA an inch because they'll take a mile, they'll take everything. No, this is just a shittier version of a consumer-friendly sort of move that Microsoft is going for. This is a step back all around as far as normalizing this right here goes. This is EA going against the flow of that river, that consumer-friendly river, and they're doing so with the sole intent of psychologically manipulating people, pressuring them into purchasing their game before December 31st, 2020. There's no good intention here at the end of the day, because if EA really had the best intentions, all they would do is participate in the smart delivery program and call it a day without additional caveats or complications. But that's not what they're doing, is it? So that's one man's take on EA confirming that Madden NFL 21 will have a much more limited next-gen upgrade program. And I suspect that future EA titles that are cross-gen will also feature similar deadlines and limitations for a next-generation upgrade, which is just a really shitty precedent to set, but EA is being EA as always. But that's one man's take. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.